Hello, Phil from Wings of Pegasus here, and welcome to another analysis video. Tonight on the agenda is Lynch Mob, an 80s band, very late 80s, 1989, and the early 90s as well. They were formed by the members of Dokken, or previous band Dokken, when the band kind of disbanded, and then George Lynch started Lynch Mob. So George Lynch is the guitarist. If you know who George is, you'll know that he's a pretty awesome player. If you don't know who he is, then definitely check out some of his playing. He's got a really unique style. And when I first heard Lynch Mob, it's just one of my friends that suggested it, and I listened to the album Wicked Sensation. I thought, why have I not heard of these guys before? Because I thought the guitar's great, the vocals amazing. So I did a little bit of research, and there's a couple of schools of thought on this as to why they weren't huge. The first one really was that they were a little bit late to the party in 1989, so right on the tail end of that 80s metal kind of movement. Also, at the beginning of the 90s, we had the whole grunge thing that started kicking off, and maybe it just got phased out because of that. So let me know what you think in the comments once you've kind of seen this video with me. The other school of thought is that it was down to this video. This was a video, a live performance that was shown on ABC over in the USA, so it's a big network and a lot of exposure for the guys. And I'm going to play just their signature song, Wicked Sensation, for you guys to have a little look at, to analyse, see what you think, and see if this could be to blame. Maybe it's a little bit of both, but maybe this could be to blame because this is their kind of first bit of real big exposure to the general public, and let's see how they get on with this video. So I'm going to start it at the beginning of the song, which is Wicked Sensation. I'm just going to stop it there because if you're watching this video for the first time and you don't know who Lynch Mob are, you'll probably think, oh, it sounds really good. And up until this point, there's a little crackle on Oni's voice, Oni Logan, who's the singer, just at the end of that singing that he was doing, the phrase that he was singing, just a little bit of a crackle there. But these guys, you know, they look awesome, and they're certainly kind of putting on the show, and you can tell it's a whole professional setup. But yeah, so far, you know, it's really good. If you've heard the original song, Wicked Sensation, which I urge you to listen to, you'll be able to tell that Oni's voice is a lot more nasally sounding here, which might set off some alarm bells to begin with, but we'll keep on watching and see how things go. Yeah, and at that point, just at the end of that last phrase, it sounds like Oni's really kind of struggling. His voice is kind of on the way out, and this song and the whole album pretty much is, you know, high vocals kind of the whole way. You know, we're looking at kind of A5s and B5s and C5s kind of right up there in the tenor range. So if you're having a bad day with your vocals, these aren't the songs to be singing. But I mean, so far, I mean, it's not by far not the worst performance that you've ever seen, but I think watching this, I really wanted Lynch Mob to be, looking back now, I really wanted them to be really good. So watching this, I was thinking, oh, come on, Oni, get your second wind and hit those notes. that's at the point there where Oni's voice is just totally shot and it's kind of a little bit gone. And they've got more songs to do after this. So if you want to watch this video on YouTube, you can do. Just to see kind of the other songs afterwards, but Oni's voice is a little bit gone. And a shout out also for Anthony Esposito, who's the bassist, who's like the coolest looking bassist ever in the world. On this video is like amazing. So just a little fun fact to finish with. Let me know in the comments if you think that this performance might have been what turn people away from Lynch Mob, or whether you think it was just a grunge thing and that they would have done quite well, or whether they were destined to fail because of Oni's kind of lifestyle away from the music, and it's always going to affect his voice and potentially limit to what they could achieve. But a fun little fact is I bumped into George Lynch. We went to watch him play at the Camden Underworld here in London, and he was in the pub just above the venue before playing, because we were in there in the afternoon, and we had a chat with George. And this actual performance, he said that after the gig he punched Oni in the face because of the vocals, of him not looking after himself and not being prepared for it. And this was a really big deal for George, especially being called Lynch Mob and him being George Lynch. Everyone's expecting this to be his standard of performance, and Oni kind of let him down a little bit, or at least he thought he did. So yeah, he punched him in the face, and maybe that was the start of the breakdown in relationship. That would probably do it. So maybe they were just destined to not reach those heights anyway. The second album was a different singer, so maybe the writing was on the wall. But let me know what you guys think. Please like this video if you like it. Let me know in the comments whether you even heard of Lynch Mob, and whether you think that they should have been bigger than they were, or it's just really bad timing. So I will see you guys at the next video. Right.